Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, July 14th of 2019. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Today's topic is about unlocking your potential through presence, being present in yourself, to yourself, with yourself, of yourself, grounded, anchored in you. I just went downstairs. My dad had the television on, and there was a commercial on for the Ellen DeGeneres show. And, of course, she comes on, and she's so funny. She says, so be yourself, unless, of course, you're called in sick to work and you're not supposed to be here, then be somebody else. And I just cracked up because I thought, well, yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about today, right? Be yourself, unless it's, unless you're hiding from somebody, hiding from work, then it's okay to pretend to be somebody else. But in any other time, any other case, it helps to be you. As a matter of fact, that's all you really got. That's all you can be. Anything else is just painful. It's absolutely painful. So, real quick, before we get started today, I want to let you guys know about a course that I have coming up. It starts a week from Tuesday. It's called Optimize Your Food Lifestyle. Now, I had somebody who had done my Food Body Spirit class a few years ago, several years ago, maybe even longer than that now. But anyway, he called and said he had kind of fallen off the wagon and needed some help getting back on, asked if I would do another food course. And actually the timing was just perfect, I'm sure guided by his angels, because, as I've been living with my dad, I've certainly fallen off of my desired and my food plan that works the best for me and my body, that really, keeps me feeling good and motivated and alive and active and feeling like I'm true to myself and true to my values and core beliefs and all of that. I've been living a lot to accommodate him and his life and, all that he's got going on, instead of living in a way that's true to me. And the truth is, we don't have to completely compromise. We can coexist and support each other without having to completely give ourselves away, right? And we've had that as a Sunday morning prayer and healing circle topic before too, note to self. So, when he called a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, I thought, okay, it's time. This is a sign for me to get my butt in gear and get back on my wagon. And I did, and within the first week I lost 5 pounds. So I thought, okay, this, yes, challenge accepted, request accepted, so that course is happening. Let's see. Oh boy. You know what? I sent out an email a while back. I don't have a simple link to take you to, but if you look in the Community for Conscious Living Facebook group, there is a link there, and I'll put a link on my website too underneath events. And I apologize. Like, oh, minor detail. How do you sign up? Or, you're welcome to shoot me an email also, and I'll make sure you get the link to it if you're interested in it. It's going to be on Tuesday nights starting July 23rd of 2019, and it's going to be in the evenings. It's going to go for 8 weeks. All right, so shoot me an email or a Facebook message or whatever, and I'll get you that link, or you can find it in the Community for Conscious Living Facebook group. Okay, so thank you for that. Now for today's topic, let's go ahead and come into our prayer and healing circle, and let's begin our connection and presence as we come together. Let's all come together sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to knee, elbow to knee, elbow to elbow, knee to knee. I told you I'm tired today. So let's come together in our circle. Just imagine us all coming together and feel us coming together as one community, one circle. And just imagine us forming this beautiful container for our time together for our prayers, for our intentions. And let's take a moment and set the container. First, let's all take a full and gentle breath together. And as you exhale, relax, release, and soften, and bring your face and all of the sensory organs on your face, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, all of your sensory organs of your face, and bring them to face into the center of our circle, to be present with all of your senses into the center of our circle. And now let's take a full and gentle breath, and this time take a breath into your heart center, into like breathing into your chest space. And as you exhale, relax, release, and soften your heart space, your chest space, and your heart center, that funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart space. Bring that to face into the center of our circle, so that the eye of your heart, as if you have an eye at the center of your heart chakra, if you will, at the center of your heart, and that eye faces toward the center of our circle. And that funnel of energy that extends from the front of your chest, your heart space, is also facing into the center of our circle. And let's take a few full and gentle breaths as if that heart center, that funnel of energy at the front of your heart space, is a breathing portal. And let yourself breathe in through that heart space, filling through your heart center, filling your heart space, and getting some movement. Get some movement into your chest. Let your ribs expand, your lungs expand, your diaphragm. Just let that move down into your belly. And as you exhale, relax, release, and just let the space become softened. Take a few breaths into your heart space, just feeling the physical expansion inside your body. As you exhale, relax, release, and soften. And each time, bring that eye of your heart from the center of your heart energy space, energy center, or chakra. Bring that eye to face toward the very center of our circle. So focusing the eye of your heart at the center of our circle, focusing the eyes of your head at the center of our circle. And now take a full and gentle breath all the way into your belly. Breathe deep into your belly. And as you exhale, relax, release, and soften. And let's invite your belly to also be present and to face into the center of our circle, or rest into the center of our circle, whatever feels safe and not too uncomfortable for your belly. If it feels comfortable to just bring your belly to completely face all your energy centers to face into the center of our circle, then please do that. Otherwise, just invite your belly to gently rest into the space with you and be present with you as you experience this time of prayer and meditation today. Let's take a few breaths together, and as our hearts come together in the center, together let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you directly. We ask you to please send your essence, your presence, your pure divine light to fill the center of our circle. And just imagine, perceive, feel this stream of light pouring into the center of our circle, streaming right into that space where our hearts come together, where our focus of our eyes, of our head, eyes of our heart, and the presence of our bellies all come together. and feel this stream of divine light, pure divine light, streaming into this center, filling all of our center of our circle with this presence and this essence of divine light. And as this fills our circle, and all of the space in front of you getting bigger and brighter and filling all of the space, just let it gently surround you and hold you, envelop you and support you, as if you were being supported in a very gentle, loving, calming ocean, a body of water. And as you breathe, breathe in this essence, breathing it in through your heart, in through your lungs, in through all of your pores. Breathe in this essence of this pure divine light. Let this essence fill your heart center with this pure divine light. And as you exhale, relax, release, and soften. Let your chest space become softened, and release any of the tension or constriction from your heart space, letting it flow gently into the center of the circle, into this ocean of this pure divine light, to be cleansed, to be purified, to be transformed into light. And breathe that in a few more times, breathing in that essence of divine light. Exhale, relax, release, and soften. Letting all of the blocks and barriers be washed away from your heart space. As the poet Rumi says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers that you have built against it. And that's what we do on our human journey, is to build all kind of blocks and barriers to keep us safe, to protect this inner light, this place of divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion that lives at the core of your being, your core light, your core truth of who and what you are. This world appears to be separate from that. At many times, at most times, many, depending. And so we build up all kind of walls to protect this inner light, to protect our truth, to protect our core being from the things of the world that want to separate us from this place. So our task is not to seek for love, because that love already exists at the core of your being. The task is to seek and find all the barriers that we have built against it, and then to release those barriers, to allow them to be washed by this essence of this pure divine light. And coming together again with our hearts, let's call directly on our source, in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you, we ask you to send your essence of your pure, unconditional love. And again, just feel, perceive, witness this essence of this pure, unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, filling all of our circle with this essence of divine light and unconditional love, streaming right into the center of your heart, this funnel of energy from your heart. And breathe in through your heart space, breathing in this essence of divine light and unconditional love, letting this fill all of your chest space, filling your lungs, infusing into your oxygen, and being absorbed into your blood. And breathing in this essence of divine light and unconditional love, letting this be your morning nourishment, or evening or nourishment, depending on where you are. Let this be your nourishment. Let your blood take up this nourishment as it takes up the oxygen from your lungs and circulates it to all of your body, to every cell of your body. As every cell in your body carries consciousness, every cell of your body also carries your knowing of your core truth, that essence of light and love and compassion within you. Just as your heart holds the blocks and barriers that protect it, your cellular consciousness holds all of these pictures and stories and movies from your past. And within that, it also holds the knowing of your core light. So as every cell is being served this essence of divine light and unconditional love, invite your cells to turn to face this essence and to also say yes and breathe this in. Allow this essence to come in and wash every cell of your being, cleansing your cellular consciousness of its knowing, reminding your cellular consciousness of its core truth, and continuing to breathe this in through your heart center, allowing your core light in the center of your heart to be reminded of its core truth of divine light and unconditional love. And bringing our hearts together again in the center of our circle, let's call on our source directly. We call on you. We ask you to please send your essence of your pure, eternal compassion. This is the compassion that sometimes evokes an emotion in our heart where we feel the wrenching of the heart, when we feel the compassion. This is a signal to us, a way that our heart speaks to us of what is moving through us, this light of compassion. This eternal compassion is a compassion that exists like an ocean that encompasses our entire existence and our entire time-space reality, our entire time-space continuum. That it is eternal because it exists before us and it exists after us. It is not dependent on our time and space. It is what our time and space exists within, this ocean of eternal compassion. So feel this vibration, this essence of eternal compassion streaming into the center of our circle. This divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Again, breathe this essence of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Breathe this in through that funnel at the front of your heart space. Breathing this in, letting it fill all of your lungs, infusing into your oxygen, infusing into your blood and into all of your fluids, and infusing into all of your tissues. And as you exhale, relax, release, and soften, and just let your core being absorb this vibration of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Allow this to be circulated to every cell and every fiber of your being. So this is absorbed into your consciousness at every level of your being. This pure essence of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Big inhale and exhale, relax, release, and soften. And continue with this breath. Our topic for today is to unlock your potential through presence. So with each breath, let your consciousness drop farther and farther into your heart. Let each breath expand and deepen your heart center. So breathing in through your heart, let each breath take you in a little bit deeper, and just let your posture align, right? So that column, that vertical core of your life force energy that runs from through the top of your head down through the core of your body along the front of your spine. Just kind of let that lengthen and align so that is straight. And as you inhale through your heart center, let your energy body lean back into that core. So you're leaning back into your core life force cord that runs along the front of your spine and breathing that light and that love and that compassion into your core, into your heart spaces, taking you all the way back into rest into this core in your body. And continue with that, feeling yourself just rest into that and deepen into that. This morning, when I got up for my morning meditation and morning prayers, and I asked to, of course, asking Source to connect me with the people who are going to be here today, and connecting me with what their hearts needed and for what Source would want me to bring through. And was reminded of this client that came to me years ago who was having trouble finding work. And actually she would have a job, and then she would just she would like it at first, and then it was just not what she wanted it to be, and it wasn't giving her what she needed, and she just felt off, and it wasn't interesting, and she would get bored or feel challenged, and she couldn't quite align or, meet the challenge of it, and just one thing after another, but it was never something that could hold her interest or bring her fulfillment, right? So then she would be out of work, and then the whole process, if you've been through this, and I certainly have, the process of trying to find work once you are not employed, oh boy, it can be grueling. Right? Because it's first finding something that really fits with you and who you are and how you want to serve, especially if you're a being of passion, a being that really has this connection with this light and love and compassion inside of you, and you want to make a difference in the world, and you know that there is so much need for the service that you have to give, for the love you feel inside of yourself and the passion you feel inside of yourself. You know that the world needs it. And you want to bring it so badly, and it just feels like until you do, nothing is going to fit. Can you feel that inside of yourself? I'm wondering if you can relate to that. I wish in this moment that I could have this live conversation with you, and we will get to that at the end, of course, after the recording is off. So feel that inside of yourself. Feel that inside of yourself. Do you have that spark inside of you, or just that inkling of, there's something, but you don't yet know what it is? What is that? You just can't quite place it or know how to bring it out or connect with it, right? That's kind of where this person was. It's like she knew she had something to bring. She just didn't quite know what it was. She knew she wanted to serve. She knew she wanted to help people in the underserved, marginalized population. She wanted to help them to find justice. She wanted to help them to find equality. She wanted to help them to find their place in the world. She wanted to be of service. She wanted to make a difference. But she didn't quite know how. It was almost like she knew it in her head and in the upper part of her body. But it wasn't she wasn't really connected with and grounded with it in herself. So she kept going through this cycle, and every time she would, put out the applications, every time there was a rejection, it's it's a blow to the self-esteem. It's a blow to the self-confidence. It sets you back, And then it's oh gosh, all right, I got to pull myself up and try to put another application out there and face this potential of rejection again. And it gets harder and harder and harder each time you do it. And then when she finally did get hired, then it's the same cycle again. It's not really what I'm looking for. I don't like this. I don't want to go to work anymore. I'm burnt out. And then she quit. right? And then it's like, oh gosh, now we got to do it again. So here she is living year after year after year unsatisfied, unfulfilled, and not getting paid, right? It's just going like, yeah, the year is ticking by, and not being able to support herself in the way she needed in order to, let's face it, have sanity in the world we live in. We have to have money. And yet, this woman was brilliant. She had so much to offer, and that spark inside of her. Like, I could see it burning brightly inside of her, and I could feel it, and I knew it was there, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's got so much potential. And she knew it, but then she didn't quite really believe it. Like, she wanted to be true to herself and live her passion, but a lot of times we've heard that over and over again so many times in our personal development world we live in that it becomes like a, just like a mental concept that we can't quite connect with and embody. So feel that inside of yourself. Do you have a passion inside of you that you want to fulfill? Just breathe into yourself and feel that. And then I want to just check in with yourself. Where do you feel that in your body? Where do you feel it? Where does that live? Where is it, like, where is it resonating to? Where is it landing? And just be gentle and loving and honest with yourself. Feel it. Do you feel it in your heart space? Do you feel it in your head? Where? Because most people do. They feel it in the heart, that sense of passion in the heart, and they feel it in the head. And your core runs all the way through your body. Your consciousness is carried in every cell, right? But often those blocks and barriers that live in the cellular consciousness keep you from feeling this passion in the other fibers of your being. And to really, like as Gandhi says, be the change you wish to see in the world, to really be true to yourself, you have to be present in yourself, all of yourself. To really bring your gifts into the world, you have to be grounded in those gifts. And to really fulfill your passion, you have to be filled with your passion. See, this woman that I was working with, what we really discovered was that, yes, she had a sense of all of this. And then she would go out and try to find it through work and through people and through all of the things she was looking for outside of herself. She would try to find it and then bring that home to herself so that she could be fulfilled. And what shifted for her was when she really became centered in herself and grounded into herself and aligned with and embodied into this core light, so that this spark could fill all of her being. And she could become impassioned in herself and grounded in her gifts and knowing of herself, and then bring that out to meet the world instead of going out feeling empty and trying to find something in the world that could meet her and then bring that home to her to ignite her passion. Do you feel the subtle difference there? You feel that subtle difference? It's subtle and then it's not. So I want to invite you again to connect with that breath of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion, and breathe that into those places inside of yourself where you feel that connection with your own passion. Whether that's in your heart or in your head, just breathe it into those spaces. And with each breath, just let it just fan that flame of that spark inside of you, and let that spark grow brighter. And let it become even more impassioned as you, it's like bringing more light to the light inside of you, to awaken the light, to let it shine brighter. And give that a couple of breaths, a few breaths, breathing that in. And now I just want to invite you to tune into your core. For all of those places in you where your energy is perhaps diffused out, looking for some fulfillment. This is an energetic thing. Looking for some fulfillment in the world, looking for the world to meet your fulfillment. All of those places of yourself, no, not the world itself, but just the parts of you that are out there looking. I want to invite you, as you take your next breath, to breathe all of those places back into the core of your being. So as you inhale, bring all of your energy back into yourself. And as you exhale, bring that and ground it down through your body, through the core of your being, and all the way into your pelvis and into your seat. Moving that then through your pelvic floor and through your legs and into the earth. And again, inhale, bringing all of your energy into the core of your being. And as you exhale, ground that energy into the earth through the core of your being. We talked about that vertical core that runs through your body from the top of your head through your base, along the front of your spine. So breathe all of your energy into the core of your being and exhale it down through your vertical core. So you're bringing all of your energy and your presence into the core of your being with your inhale, inhaling it in, and as you exhale, ground it down through your core, bringing all of your presence into your body and grounding it down through your core and into the earth. And let's do this a few more times, breathing in, bringing all of your energy in to this core light of divine light, unconditional love and eternal compassion, and your pure spark inside of yourself at the depth of your heart. You're bringing all of your energy into your core. Exhale, grounding down through your core, through your hips, through your pelvis, through your legs, through your knees and your ankles and your feet, and into the earth. And again, inhale, bring your energy in to your core. Exhale, ground this through your core and into the earth. I want you to take a few breaths into your belly and really focus on your belly space, because this is the space where we tend to kind of evacuate this space. And it's one of the places where we really have a hard time being present. Right? We have so much that happens in our lives and in our childhood, and we disconnect from the belly. We even disconnect from our base. So it helps you put your hands over your belly. You can even bring your arms into a cradle position and cradle your belly. And invite your belly to be present with you. Hold it as you would hold a child. And assure it that you are here and that you are doing your best in this life. But not separate. Not separate. You're in this together. So again, drawing this energy in with your inhale, all of your energy in. This light and love and compassion, drawing all of your energy into your core and to ground into your core and into your body, through your body and into the earth. And again, inhale in this essence of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Let your energy body really rest into your vertical core, breathing in this light and love and compassion, letting it, again, touch into that spark at the depth of your being, and feel that light of passion inside of yourself. From this place of being present at your core and grounded into your body and into the earth, breathe into this place of passion inside of yourself. And let this core light, this spark, let this become bright. Let it become like a powerful feeling inside of yourself. And as you breathe in this light and love and compassion into that place, as you exhale it into your core light, and let it ground all the way through the core of your body. And just as we grounded that energy into the earth, through your pelvis, your hips, through your legs and your knees and your shins and calves and ankles and feet and into the earth, bring that passion from inside of yourself, and ground that all the way through your body. So you're bringing all of your presence into your core, breathing in that essence of light and touch into that passion, and letting that passion now ground into your core along with you. Let this passion from within you resonate throughout all of your body, and invite every cell of your body, as every cell carries consciousness, invite every cell of your body, of your physical body, of your energy body, and your mental body, to witness this light of passion inside of yourself. So as if it's witnessing it for the first time, and I'm sure it's not, but let's pretend. Invite it to witness it with openness, to observe, to feel, to take in all of the transmission of information from this core light inside of yourself. This is taking it into your subconscious energy, your subconscious knowing. It lives in your cellular consciousness, in your energy body. So invite it to witness this light of passion as it gets brighter at the depths of your heart and at your core, and grounds all the way through this vertical core of your body. Let this light from your heart just really vibrate and resonate through this core, and invite every cell of your being to face this core light within you, the light of your passion, the light of your purpose, and let this light inside of you transmit to every cell of your being, to the consciousness in every cell of your being, transmit its passion, transmit its purpose, transmit its inner knowing of your core truth, of who you are and what you are here to bring to this world. Your mind doesn't necessarily have to get it, because your mind wants to lead, but your mind's not the leader in this one. So let your mind be like the child and observe and witness this light. Let your mind, like it's going to school to learn something it doesn't know anything about. Not that it doesn't, but I'm going to pretend for this moment that it doesn't know. And let it observe, let it witness, let it be templated with the information and the messages that are being radiated from your heart center. And invite every cell of your being and your mental body and your energy body to receive this transmission from the core light of your being. And let the feeling, if there is a feeling of passion inside of you that you resonate with, just let that feeling also move through all of the cells of your being. Let all the cells of your being feel the passion. feel the burn, and it's a new kind of burn. And invite them to take it in. And let this become anchored into your cellular consciousness and grounded into your body. Present in your core. Enlivened through this light, breathing this light into your depth of your heart. And anchored into your consciousness. Through your cellular consciousness, through your core light. Breathe this in, let it radiate into every cell, let it ground into the core of your being. Let yourself be filled with the passion and the purpose of your own being. And we can take this even a step farther. As you feel this radiating through the core of your being, as we've done before, if you've been with us, we can stand up in that superhero posture. I'll stand up with you. Excuse my chair if it squeaks. So stand up in that superhero posture, the Wonder Woman stance, the Superman stance. As you stand with your feet shoulder width apart, maybe just a little bit more, and upright your chest so that your chest is open and your shoulders are back. And put your hands on your hip. And bring your head so it's facing straight with your chin slightly down so that you're not looking up to the sky, but you're present with yourself and containing your energy within your own globe, in your own light globe. It's like as if you're a light bulb. Your core being is the filament that along which the electricity runs that really brightens up the bulb. And you've got a space around you that is like the bulb, the outer glass. So let yourself stand strong, your filament be strong and straight, hands on your hips, feeling your feet on the ground, present in your body. As you inhale, draw your energy in, and as you exhale, ground it down through your core. Feel that core being getting stronger, your presence getting stronger in your core. Feel that light radiating through your core. Feel that presence of you and the light of you being grounded through your body and into the earth. And feel that center of gravity in your body, which is that place at your lower dantian point, which is just a little bit below your belly button. You can feel that center inside of yourself. Feel yourself, that power and strength and power at that center of gravity inside yourself. You can move a little bit from side to side and just let that center of gravity, feel how you can move and center around that center of gravity so that you stay anchored, grounded, and balanced no matter how you move, because you're moving from your center of gravity, that lower dantian point. Feel your strength and your power in that place in your belly. And feel your purpose and your passion radiating from you as you are grounded in your being and anchored to the earth. This is you being your passion, you being your purpose, you feeling embodied, your embodied purpose and power and passion. And let it be anchored in you. Let it be anchored in you. You be it and it be you. Breathing that in. and without moving from the center of yourself. Feel yourself as this is the being that can be ready to go out and meet the world and bring purpose and power and vision to the world. Okay, now don't move out of yourself and go out to the world just yet. Continue to stay in yourself and feel this. This is what you bring to the world. This is who you are. This doesn't change no matter what you meet when you get into the world. I have to say for myself, when I finally got this, I thought, wow, you know, it doesn't matter what I do in the world, just walking down the street and giving a smile or an act of kindness or anything can feel like fulfillment from this place. And if I end up going to a job that is not bringing me what I want, I can still feel fulfilled in my being and bring this to whatever I am doing. Bring who I am, my power, my purpose, my passion into whatever I am doing, and there will be an avenue for fulfillment through that. It might not be the ultimate of what I want for, you know, the totality of my life. It might not look like that, at least, but there's going to be a pathway that will be formed when I show up as this, because that's the way that things move in the world, right? If you've ever read The Science of Getting Rich by, what's his name? Waddles. Is it Wallace Waddles? I don't remember, but by Waddles. That one of his principles is that you be all that you can be from exactly where you are in any moment. And when you be and you more than fill like the space that you're in, like you be so much in the space that you're in to the point where your energy expands beyond the capacity of that space, then the natural laws of the universe will naturally move you into a space that where you will fit. And if you are in a space and you be all that you can be in that space and you become bigger than that space can hold, so your container more than fills the space you're in, the universe will naturally move you into a bigger space. And then in that space you be all that you can be. And you do all that you can do, and you bring all that you have to bring, and then the universe will naturally move you into your next evolution, because this is the way that the laws of nature work. But if we show up empty, looking for something to fulfill us and to fill us, to make us bigger, to help us to I mean, of course things are going to help us grow, but just to bring us the growth without being present with the growth and the gifts inside of ourselves, then we will continue to be disappointed, because ultimately what we're looking for is the gifts that are inside of ourselves, not what the earth has to bring us or the world has to bring us, but what we have inside that we have to bring to the world. Okay, so feel that in yourself again, breathe that into yourself, ground that into yourself, and I invite you, even after this recording, to come back and listen to it, and listen to it and listen to it until you really, really, really get it. And then, you know, because life happens, you lose connection with it, mark this one so that you can come back to it again and remind yourself and reconnect. Okay, so take a few breaths with that again and let your heart feel gratitude for whatever you may have received today, whether it is on the conscious level, the subconscious level, whether your mind gets it yet or not, no matter what. Just let your heart feel the gratitude for what you may have received here, what you are still to receive, and let that gratitude, as that opens you up, it opens your being, let it anchor into your cellular consciousness even deeper, anything that you may have received. Let this be embodied in you. Feel your feet on the earth, feel your presence in your feet, feel yourself grounded and anchored. And with that, we'll move into the Q&A section of this call, and I'll be stopping the recording. If you're listening to the recording, you're invited to join us on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific time. You can find the information for joining this call at joyfullylivingwellness.com. While you're there, pick up your copy of the 10 Spiritual Principles of Our Human Existence. This will give you an idea of what these teachings are based on, what these calls are based on, the principles. And it's a one sheet, a simple one sheet that you can print out multiple copies and put all around your home, in your car, in your work, your computer, your wallet, your purse, your car, your nightstand, your refrigerator door, your pantry door, wherever you will see it, to remind yourself of the truth of who and what you are. Because there are way too many things in this world that will have us separate from ourselves and forget about the truth of who and what we are, and take us off balance and have us looking out in the world to try to find it, when it is truly inside yourself. So print that out, make lots of copies, put it everywhere you can see it. And if you would like help or support, you're welcome to reach out to me. You can find the information on how to reach me, again, at joyfullylivingwellness.com. And I hope you will, and I hope you will join us live week after week, and that goes for the people who are currently on the call as well. So with that, I'll end the recording and open up for the Q&A.